Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, we're going to react to 10 shocking celebrity downfalls that shocked everyone. It's got to be, the strangest feeling. Like 1 minute you're on top of the world, like you're in movies, you're being paid millions of dollars, you get paid, for just showing that you like a product. You're top of your game at the moment, and then something happens and boom, it's all over. Like, it's over. You're having to live a super private life because if you go outside in a scene, people are gonna, say things to you, like bad things and stuff like that. It's just, it's fascinating how quickly your life can just change, Some of these celebrities, they brought it on themselves, but I'm sure other ones, maybe it was just being in the wrong movie, being in the wrong project. Who knows?
Did not, could not, and would not have committed a crime.
OJ.
That is for the jury to decide.
Welcome to
juice.
Watch Mojo. And today, we're counting down our picks for the most prominent celebrities whose downfalls came as a huge surprise, given their status as widely beloved and seemingly upstanding figures.
Yeah, Ellen's
I got
one
into
was
this business
just
to make
crazy.
people laugh and feel good. That's my favorite thing to do. That and Jenga.
Number 10, Joss Whedon.
If I'm not putting
the
people through
director.
paces, if I'm not giving them real pain and real loss and real hardship and sometimes real tragedy, then I'm not a storyteller.
Imagine creating a media empire just to lose it
Real
all. Joss
tragedy.
Whedon was the creative mind behind several projects in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, helping to usher the studio into a new era of relevance.
What just happened? Please tell me nobody kissed me.
At the time, he was adored by fans and colleagues alike. However, that perception came crashing down in the summer of 2020. It all started when Justice League actor Ray Fisher accused Whedon of creating a hostile work environment. From there, the dominoes kept falling. More performers from his past projects came forward with disturbing stories. By the time the dust settled, Whedon's respectability had been destroyed. The king of nerds was dethroned, leaving a lingering dark cloud over his body of work.
It's a terrible thing. It hurts like a wound every single day.
Number 9, Lance Armstrong.
What did he do? Was he just really, was he one of those horrible bosses that was kind of like a tyrant or something? I don't know why a lot of people end up like that. You give them a bit of power and they just go crazy.
When somebody consistently goes against the odds, the evidence is that perhaps the odds aren't what you think they are.
Being an athletic star rides on trust. People are instantly drawn to individuals with seemingly natural superhuman abilities who dominate their chosen sport. Lance Armstrong was no exception. He helped bring respect and excitement to cycling and impress millions with his multiple Tour de France wins.
I wanted to win, and I wanted to be the best, and I knew I needed a knife.
But Armstrong's success didn't come without suspicion, as he faced multiple accusations of doping. In 2021, however, the truth finally came to light when it was revealed that he had been taking performance-enhancing drugs for much of his career. The repercussions were swift and severe. Armstrong had all his titles revoked, and he was banned from the sport. In 1 year, he went from being a respected athlete to a complete pariah.
You overcome the disease, you win the Tour de France 7 times, you have a happy marriage, you have children. I mean, it's just this mythic, perfect story.
Yes.
And it wasn't true.
Number 8, Fatty Arbuckle.
What do you guys think about doping in sports? Because you're never going to stop it. There's athletes right now who are doping that you don't know. So I think just let them all dope. Let them all dope, because then it's actually even. You're never ever going to stop athletes from taking things like steroids. So let them all do it. And then the playing field has been leveled.
In the golden age of Hollywood, Fatty Arbuckle was poised to be one of its biggest stars. He was a respected comedian and had even mentored legends like Charlie Chaplin. However, his time in the spotlight was cut short when he was accused of murdering actress Virginia Rapp. The rumors escalated with each iteration adding new shocking details. This resulted in a media firestorm, as publications dragged Arbuckle across the coals before a verdict was even reached. After 2 hung juries, Arbuckle was finally absolved at his 3rd trial. However, the damage had been done. He was even temporarily banned from the industry. Despite the not guilty verdict and an apology from the jury, Arbuckle's career essentially came to an end.
Honestly, when your reputation's gone, it's
Number 7,
over.
Kevin Spacey.
4 men allege the actor assaulted them when he was living in London between 2001 and 2013.
Sometimes news about a celebrity is so shocking that it feels completely unbelievable. That was the case with Kevin Spacey. Once a highly respected actor, Spacey's reputation went down the drain when he was accused of sexual assault by actor Anthony Rapp.
This isn't life! This is just stuff. And it's become more important to you than living.
In a statement addressing the allegations,
so
Spacey
many
claimed
great
not to remember
projects
the
he was
incident,
in, you know?
attributing this to possibly being intoxicated. He then centered himself by coming out, which many derided as an attempt to distract from the allegations. As a result, he was fired from his Netflix show, and more individuals came forward about their own unsettling experiences with him. Despite being cleared of legal charges, Spacey hasn't regained the public's trust and has hardly worked since.
He's done.
You don't get to tell me what to do. Ever again.
Number 6, Tiger Woods.
Yeah, the top level, like, he's never going to be what he was, Kevin Spacey. Like, you know, he's done. He's done.
I have let you down.
What did he do?
Let down my fans.
Even when some people have it all, he still can't help but want more. At the peak of his career, professional golfer Tiger Woods was accused of having an extramarital affair. He later shocked the entire nation when he admitted to it on live television.
What'd you say?
But the thing is, like, that's his business. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, you should, you know, be faithful to your wife. But I like Tiger Woods because he's a great golfer. I don't really care what he does in his private life. You know, as long as it's not illegal. Like, obviously, you don't want, like, cheating is not good, but that's his. Do you see where I'm coming from? Like, I don't know why people were like, oh my God, he's a cheater, so, you know, he can't be a good golf player anymore. I don't know.
I saw a person that I never thought I would ever become.
Who was that?
Well, I gotten away from my core values, as I said earlier. I got away from my Buddhism.
This revelation triggered a cascade of allegations as more women came forward claiming to have also had affairs with him. Consequently, Woods lost multiple sponsorships. It seemed like he would leave the sport for good. As time went on, his personal life continued to deteriorate, culminating in a divorce and eventually a DUI arrest. It was a swift fall from grace for the icon, which deeply affected his game over the next decade.
I was so focused on what I was trying to do. I probably should have appreciated the fans more than I did, but there was so much going on in my head, trying to get the ball in the correct spots and the correct feels.
Number 5, Kanye West.
But hey, admitting is the first step. You know, ain't nobody perfect.
While the rapper has always been a controversial figure, his consistent high-quality output allowed fans to overlook his issues. However, Kanye's actions in 2022 were impossible to ignore. Between harassing his ex-wife's new partner to tripling down on anti-Semitic views, West quickly drew the ire of many. In response, several high-profile corporations, such as Adidas and Universal Music Group, severed ties with him, essentially deplatforming him.
It's just little nuances where there was a parallel to what was happening at Gap, what was happening at Adidas, and what was happening in my home.
The final nail in his coffin came when he made an appearance on InfoWars, where he made several hateful statements that shocked even Alex Jones. Although West ended up walking back these abhorrent views afterwards, his words and actions have yet to be forgiven or forgotten by many individuals.
That is the first smokescreen to get past. And we're just breaking down those smoke screens. Hey, Ari, how you doing, Ari?
Number 4, Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, Kanye, such a fan of his music, but he clearly has something like a mental illness. I think he does, because there's just no other explanation. Like, some of the things he says, you know, like, no sane person, even if you believe what you're saying, what sane person in a public role like Kanye would say that publicly? He clearly has some mental illness that he's probably not, you know, treating properly. I don't know. I hope he gets himself back into, you know, normality, because I do like his music. Most of his music, his most recent stuff has not been great, to be honest.
Give you some advice out there. If anybody's
some of the
thinking
stuff
of
he said has
changing their
been
title
awful,
or giving yourself
awful.
a nickname, do not go with the Be Kind Lady.
Being known for kindness can sometimes backfire. When your reputation is centered around being wholesome, a fall from grace can hit even harder. Ellen DeGeneres experienced this firsthand. For years, her daytime show and her role as Dory in the Finding Nemo film franchise established her as a kind-hearted person. However, over time, cracks began to emerge. People noticed that DeGeneres had a tendency to be tone-deaf and occasionally rude to her guests.
How was the party? I wasn't invited.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited.
Things spiraled even more when past employees came forward, accusing the comedian of fostering a toxic workplace. Her long-running talk show was ultimately not renewed for
She
another
kind of gives
season.
me the creeps.
While she did apologize,
I don't know
for
what
her
it
behavior,
is.
to many, it was too little and too late.
The only thing worse than talking too much is talking too loud. And then there are the loud, and I don't want to name names, but mostly men.
Number 3, O.J. Simpson.
O.J. had it all. The speed, the size, the moves.
While he gained fame for his football skills, O.J. Simpson's real legacy lies in his legal troubles. Simpson's 1995 trial for the murder of his ex-wife and her friend was a media spectacle. People were shocked that a
Because he was
respected
acquitted,
celebrity
wasn't
could
he?
commit such an unimaginable act. Controversy surrounded the case from the start, beginning with one of the most famous car chases in history.
Fortunately, it has a lot of mitigating circumstances because of the high profile of the proposed suspect that's inside the vehicle, which could possibly be and appears to be at this time O.J. Simpson.
Although he was acquitted, Simpson's career was essentially over. He faced the law yet again in 2007 when he was arrested on armed robbery charges. This time, Simpson was found guilty
Armed
and
robbery?
handed a 33-year prison sentence. He was
Whoa.
granted early release in 2021, but by that point, his time in the
33 years in prison for armed robbery. Damn. What did he do?
Was long over.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder.
Number 2, Michael Jackson.
A smooth criminal.
The world witnessed this pop star's remarkable
Banger.
journey,
Absolute
watching him
banger.
evolve from a young prodigy into the most famous man alive. It seemed like nothing could take Michael Jackson down, until several allegations of inappropriate behavior with children were revealed. The accusations resulted in 2 different cases. While the first was settled out of court, Jackson eventually faced criminal charges in 2005 after a documentary raised further suspicions.
Yeah, but that documentary was discredited. The Surviving Neverland, I think it was called. I think the people that accused him were like, it got proven that he never met him or something like that. I don't know. I don't think he did it. I don't know that for sure, but I think Michael's innocent. What do you guys think?
Public perception was already shaky, but this case completely tarnished it, leading fans to scrutinize every aspect of his career.
I ask all of you to wait and hear the truth before you label or condemn me. Don't treat me like a criminal, because I am innocent.
To this day, some are still convinced that Jackson wasn't as innocent as he portrayed himself to be.
It sounds sick, but it's
Yeah, Leaving
kinda like
Neverland, this
when you're
documentary.
first dating somebody, right?
It
You
got
do a lot of it.
discredited.
So it was very much like that.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Bill Cosby.
Of course,
I have been in this business 52 years, and I've never seen anything like this.
Throughout the late 20th century, Bill Cosby was on top of the world. Between having multiple successful TV shows and a seemingly flawless reputation, Cosby presented himself as a fictional father figure to many. To say that people were shocked to learn that he was accused of assaulting multiple women is an understatement.
I think that you are the most wonderful person on the face of this earth. Would you take this ring?
These allegations span decades, going back to the beginning of his career. While many were outside of the statute of limitations, people still fought for the disgraced actor to be held accountable. After multiple trials, Cosby was sentenced to prison. However, his punishment ended up being overturned due to a legal technicality. Despite that, the public has made it clear that they've permanently disowned America's dad.
I think that many of them say, well, you're a hypocrite.
Have any of your favorite celebrities fallen from grace? Let us know in the comments below.
Did you enjoy this?
Super interesting video, you know. A lot of these people, it seems like, you know, they made plenty of money. They've made enough to retire comfortably despite, you know, their reputations being damaged. So it's not like they're going to be hard up if it comes to, you know, funding their lifestyle. Apart from OJ, I suppose, because, you know, the whole murder trial was in the 80s or 90s or something like that. So I don't know how long his football career was, but if he's doing armed robbery, it indicates that he needs money. But yeah, it must be such a strange feeling to be on top of the world one minute and then in prison the next minute. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.